it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have made $233,000 already.
And you've never done it.
We've been scarred from
Anyone
last
that's
year.
ever gone.
I've heard a number of people have gone more than once.
What's up, Harley?
Harlan, how you
I
doing?
remember the
You know, but
demographics.
it's, I think looking back on it now, something like that, where it's like a skill like that,
I never played.
it's more than fantastic. It's almost like swimming, right? You know, like to be drilled and learn how to swim at a young age, the right way. That's what the rest of your life. And it's,
Even my dad took typing in high school.
yeah.
He'd be over 100.
Call the meeting to
He was
order.
a company clerk.
Oh,
because
please
of the
rise.
Army.
Can I ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening? Please join me to pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Brennan.
Here.
Alderman Beckley. Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Here.
Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Scully. Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
All right. No special presentations tonight. Under the consent calendar, I've got a number of items. The approval of minutes from the City Council meeting from June 16, 2026. The approval of the payroll and the voucher list for the period ending July 2nd, 2026. Approval of payment number 5 to Performance Pipeline for the 2025 sewer and manhole rehabilitation program in the amount of $6,480. The approval of the payment of number 9 to Damage Mechanical Industries for the 300,000 above ground tank in the amount of $17,649. The approval of payment of the American Seal Coat and Maintenance to repair the access road to the former Trinity Christian College in the amount of $5,500. The approval of the payment of professional engineering services for Lockwood, Andrews, and Newman for the 300,000 gallon above ground tank through June 5th in the amount of $29,107.01. The approval of payment to DNA Fabrication to weld and fabricate damaged areas, the bridge in Lake Catherine in the amount of $8,227.02. And the approval of the payment to McLeod Aquatics to treat the algae clear up at Lake Catherine in the amount of $5,598.37.
Move to approve.
Moved by Alderman Key. Is there a
Second.
Second by Alderman Bagley. Discussion. Roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Beckley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Under my report, I would just like to thank all those who partaked in our festivities we had at the 4th of July. Special thanks goes out to Jen Case and her committee for the parade, which is probably the biggest parade I think we've ever had. People were coming out of the little kids were coming out of the woodwork, I think. We've got to find a way to keep them back next year, I think. Let's work on that going forward. Also like to thank Jill and Kelly from our staff, for those who may or may not have noticed, the number of the storefronts on Harlem Avenue have had their front glass painted with the various patriotic paintings and the like. And a big thanks goes out to the Public Works, Police Department, and the Rec Department for all their all the work they put in over that 2-day weekend. You know, we had some setbacks. We had on the 3rd especially, we were all out here we had a good crowd for the beer tent and the entertainment. We postponed one of the bands a little bit because of a pending rain. About 8:30 or so, the pyrotechnic engineers, and we're talking to them, and they thought we had a window until 9:30 for the fireworks. And then about 10 to 9 or 9 o'clock, all of a sudden the downpour came, and once I saw lightning, I just canceled it. I just it's not worth the liability of someone getting hurt. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually reschedule it. The fireworks will be held at our concert in the park where we have the Chicago Experience, which is on August 13th. And usually, we get 500 people to start off, and then we'll just have the fireworks after that. Make it kind of a back-to-school kind of celebration. So that was a decision that was made at that time. Again, most of you know, and I'm sure we've had a number of storms come through in the last couple of weeks. Public Works has been really working hard, getting some of the limbs and trees taken down. Just for example, on a normal day or a normal work week, we have one chipper truck out, and that one chipper truck probably dumps 3 loads a week, okay? Well, for the week after the storms, we had 4 trucks, 2 of our own and 2 subcontracted from Homer, and they were dumping 3 times a day. So, we're still a little bit behind, because we've had another storm since then. We've got 2 trucks running now. By the end of next week, I'm assured that we will, be caught up with everything. So just bring your clippings up to the front. We'll take care of them. Just to give you a ballpark figure, just the cost of the cleanup with overtime and subcontractors and the like, about $120,000. That's what it's cost us. So we're trying to see if the state or feds have any money available, and we'll pursue it if they do. But that's they're where we are. So if in the meantime you have some branches in your front that are causing you a problem and you can't wait until we come there, just give a call to Public Works, and we'll try to make provisions to pick them up before the normal schedule as they go up and down the streets. So that's being said. Some other reports. I'd like to request an approval to appoint Sheila Lyons-Dix to the Police and Fire Commission for a 3-year term ending July 7th, 2029. If someone would make that.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Clifford, second by Alderman Key. I think we're fortunate to have Sheila. Sheila has been a resident for a long time, but besides that, she has been the resident agent in charge of the DEA office in Chicago for the last number of years, and before that has worked all over the country. So, we've been fortunate over the years to have people on our Police and Fire Commission who actually have some real credentials. And at one time we had a friend of mine who was also a
She
doctor.
has a very impressive resume.
He was also a doctor in criminology and teacher, and we've had some good people. So, with that, roll call. Motion. All approve?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Then in motion to adopt an ordinance increasing the number of available retail liquor license H's for Major Patel doing business as DMM Petroleum at 12100 South Ridgeland. That's the SNK. He's here today if anyone has any questions for him. But
Yeah, I got a couple.
well, could you make a motion first?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion
I'll
by
second.
seconded by Alderman Lewandowski.
Questions?
Yes.
Let's step up there. What hours are the station normally open? Did you change any of your operational hours?
Open morning 5 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Monday to what?
Morning 5 a.m.
To
5
what?
o'clock in the morning.
Till when?
12 o'clock night it close.
So you're closing at 12 at night?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to make sure, I'm not a big proponent of mixing gas with cars, alcohol with cars, and I don't like to see any kind of alcohol sold after a certain hour, but midnight, if that's the case. I thought maybe you're open past midnight, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, but you're not.
Well,
You're not open till,
Our liquor license doesn't allow that anyway, so.
I open just morning 5 o'clock.
yeah, okay, all right.
Right, any questions? Roll call?
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso. Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
All
Thank you.
set. Thank you. All right. That's the end of my report. City Clerk?
No formal report, just echoing what you said about, thank you to the Public Works, Police Department, and Rec Center. It was a great 4th of July celebration, all the kid events that went on. There was a lot of children that enjoyed this past weekend.
We actually have Channel 5 out here taking live coverage also that one day, so. Okay. Treasurer's report, you're going to handle that?
I'm gonna handle that. This is the treasurer's report for the period ending May 31st, 2026. In the general fund, the beginning cash balance was $5,618,547. The revenue was $1,164,466. The expense was $847,199. Other source use was $8,157. The ending cash balance was $5,927,656. The total of all funds for the period ending May 31st, 2016, beginning cash balance was $28,164,091. The revenue was $1,986,562. The expense was $2,023,530. The other source use was $54,844, and the ending cash balance was $28,072,278.
That's it?
Yes.
Need a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Brennan, seconded by Alderman Scully. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Communications,
Mr. Mayor,
yes, sir.
during the last week or so, several of the aldermen and some of the city staff received an email from Mr. Van Witzenberg, I think his name was, just a couple of items, some of them be safety items, like where some trees are down, some flooding issues, and Adam and the staff jumped right on it along with Public Works. Great job.
That's it?
That's it.
Any other communications? All right, citizens, I'm sorry, city attorney, do you have anything? I'm sorry. Forgot. You're always here. Citizens wishing to address the council?
Harlan Waivoda, 7640 West 135th Street. Just a quick note, for all, Palos Township has been reassessed, and you have until the 14th of July to file an appeal. Some of us, such as myself, have a 25% increase. So I suggest you look at your tax bill and try to have it before July 14th. Heather at Palos Township's office is very helpful. You can drop off your complaint or your review or whatever you want to call it, appeal at her office, and she'll help you. Or you can call them or you can email them. I don't have their email address handy. I just came from work. All right, thank you.
Any other citizens? All right. Finance Committee, Alderman McGrogan.
Mr. Mayor, we don't really have anything formal. I just wanted to point out, too, for residents, if they didn't see it on TV, there's a new program out, and I think a lot of the people in town qualify for their kids, maybe even grandkids. There's a government came up with a plan, the federal government, where they'll give every kid that's 10 years of age and younger, along with some income restrictions on certain zip codes. I don't think the people in Hinsdale are going to qualify. But anyhow, it's $1,000 that each kid can get if they're 10 or under. So if you have any, children or grandchildren, you might want to look into it. I think it's like the Trump savings account or something. It's online or something. It's getting some notoriety, and there's a lot of stuff online on it. But and it basically, the kids, they invest the money into essentially like a 401k program, and then it can build up for these youngsters as they're growing up. And by the time they get to be, college age or out of high school, there's, they can use it for various things. And if they decide to keep going where they don't need it, it can grow to like $1 million by the time they want to retire. So it's a really good thing if, and it's free money basically for people. So I would take advantage of it if you qualify.
Great.
That's it.
All right, public safety, Alderman Basso.
Oh, yes, Mayor, I have no items on the agenda. However, a couple of things I'd like to mention. Number one is, in case you notice some different looking police cars rolling around Palos Heights, notice the new logos on vehicles now. Actually, there's a American flag decal printed in that back window, which is very difficult to see right now. So it's just our regular police vehicles again, but they're updating their look. So, secondly, I know everyone's interested in my report about scams. I really have not too much to say today, except there's a library program coming up on July 21st, our public library, called Fight Elder Fraud. And a local attorney, Michael Maslaka, will be returning to share tips and tricks on how to identify and evade increasingly complex scams to defraud senior citizens. In the past 2 weeks, I've got personally 2 what I think are fraudulent calls. Only time will tell. Number one was a request twice from a financial institution telling me it was time to change my password. Today's the deadline for my password, so I'm sure to find out by midnight if that was a scam or not. And the second one, I believe, was from the U.S. Census Bureau, supposedly asking me to fill out a survey. I got that twice. I threw them both in the garbage again. If I'm not here for the next meeting, told me I was legally responsible to fill that out, so I don't know. I don't know if I was or not. So I'll see if that was the case.
There's one at AT&T that calls and asks you for your number to renew it before you lose a 50% discount, and they actually give them their number time.
Alderman Clifford tells me there's another one coming up with, from AT&T. Took me approximately 3 months to finally disconnect my home line. So I'm very happy about that right now. We'll see how that works out. So please beware of the frauds. They're coming at us faster than ever, and they're getting slicker than ever. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you, sir. Municipal Grounds and Property, Alderman Begley.
Thanks, Mayor. First up, I have a motion to approve the purchase of a 2027 Transit 350 passenger van from Curry Motors under the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative in the amount of $65,603 to replace the recreation passenger bus.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Begley, second by Alderman Clifford. Any discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes. Next, I have a motion to approve the purchase of a 2027 Explorer 4-door 4x4 active K&D from Curry Motors under the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative in the amount of $41,493.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Begley, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
All right.
The next 2 items I have are related to the tree cleanup after the storm. I have a motion to approve payment to Homer Tree Care Incorporated for the assisting with storm damage in the amount of $35,100.
Moved by Alderman Begley, second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
And then finally, I have a motion to approve payment to Homer Tree Care Incorporated for assisting with chipping services in the amount of $8,000.
Moved by Alderman Begley, second by
Second.
Alderman Clifford.
So I have a
Discussion?
question.
Yeah.
These 2 items are the same items that are situated in the voucher list, not in addition to?
What are you referring to, Alderman?
On the voucher list, let me see if they're itemized. There are 2 items of similar amounts to Homer tree service.
On the consent agenda, or what do you mean by the voucher?
Yeah, on the consent agenda, yes. The payment schedule for the bills.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the consent
It's on
agenda.
Page 3,
Oh, yeah, those are the same items.
same items, okay, very well.
Yeah, those are the exact same items. If you look at the amounts, 8,000 and 35,100, they're identical.
Okay, just don't want to pay them twice.
But we just have to get them approved in
Is-
order to.
Just a point of order on that. If it goes on the consent agenda, do we still have to put it, is this a duplication?
So these weren't in the
It's a-
consent agenda. I think he's saying they were in our, you know how we get like the list of all
Yes.
so those 2 items were not on the consent agenda that I could see.
Okay,
Very well, so they're not duplicates.
Okay.
yeah,
Roll
well,
call?
we'd only pay them once anyhow,
Right.
probably,
Roll call?
I think.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
That's the end of my report. And the only thing I would just add with that is that I think that given that this was deemed a tornado of sorts, I'm hoping we can get some of that money refunded. Thanks, Mayor.
That's the plan. All right, Alderman Scully, planning and zoning.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have 2 items on the agenda. First is a motion to approve Van Gogh Salon and Spa, a beauty salon and spa to operate under a special use permit at the address commonly known as 12250 South Harlem Avenue, Palos Heights, and contained within the following PIN: 23-25-229-011-0000.
Okay, moved by Alderman Scully. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brennan. Discussion?
I'll just make a comment that this is a long-standing business in a community and essentially moving across the street into a bigger space.
Roll call?
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Quick question, do they own the, like gazebo area right next to it? They own that?
That they're renting it.
Pardon?
They'll be renting it as part of their lease, yes.
Can the city talk to them about city use of that property if they're not gonna use
Well,
it like
I think they have, my understanding is they have some plans to use it
They
for,
do.
you know,
for public use?
yes, exactly.
Oh, okay, yes.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes. Number 16 on the agenda is a motion to approve Arctic Gym in a B1 restricted business use of a gym to operate at a special use permit in a B district, commonly at an address commonly known as 12330 South Harlem, Palos Heights, and contained within the following PIN: 23-25-409-004-0000. A quick comment that this too is another longtime business in the community, moving down the block, essentially into a larger space.
Moved by Alderman Scully. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brennan. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. That's all for my
All
report.
right, thank you. Alderman Key, Recreation?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd also like to thank the list of people that's already been mentioned a couple times. I think sometimes we forget, like with Public Works, is that when we have a crisis in town, they still have their regular jobs to do. And so, like, they started cleaning up from the storm, and then we had a concert in the park. So they have to mow the very large area where the concert is. And then we have other storms that happen afterwards. And then, you know, the rec staff, it wasn't just the fireworks and the parade the next day. They had things all week. It's the best week ever, right? And it was very much complicated with the heat and that went on. And so kudos to everyone. I mean, I was kidding with some of the police officers, but you know, their uniforms that they wear on 90-degree days are, you know, very, I mean, it's difficult. I mean, we're in shorts and t-shirts and they have uniforms on, and it's the same way with Public Works. And the fireworks, when we canceled them, I mean, the rain came down in buckets. That didn't mean that everyone was not leaving stuff in the park. It had to be, so while we all went and got dry, Public Works stayed there and cleaned up afterwards.
And
And the
next morning it was totally clean, so.
Yeah, beautiful. And then the same thing happened with the parade. It rained in the afternoon, and everything gets complicated with the weather. But we had a great week, and it was stunning to be on the float for the city council and look north. The amount, I did not take a picture of it. I'm mad at myself for doing it because it wasn't just some kids out in the street. The street was completely filled with kids and parents. It was just stunning to see. And so thanks to everyone that had anything to do with that. Jen Case has been helping with that for years. And so it's great to see the different volunteers that take place besides the city staff. So thanks to the police and Public Works and the staff at the rec department. We do have a concert this month on the 30th.
July 30th, it's Miss Angie and the Misters, who have performed in the past. And then for our residents of Palos Heights, during the week of July 13th through the 18th, which is next week, and then in September 14th through the 19th, you can enjoy a free class. You can just go to the rec center and sign up for one of our classes and see how that works for you, and whether that fits your schedule and your level of activities. And then, as always, the residents on Fridays after 5, you can enjoy the pool at no cost as well. So, and that concludes my report.
Great,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
appreciate it.
Question for Jeff. Is there a concert this Thursday, July 9th?
I don't. There is. Oh my gosh. Okay, Thursday, it's Classical Blast. Sorry about that. Well done, Alderman Clifford.
I just thought people would like to see that after the rain, to come out and enjoy themselves out there and not miss a concert.
Yeah,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, roads and construction, Alderman Clifford?
I have no report, but I do have an announcement that pertains to construction. As you know, we had our Memorial Day celebration and our wonderful 4th of July celebration, celebrating 250th year of our country. And it's also, I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but it's also the 25th year of the tragic event of 9/11. And we're having a dedication program and to dedicate we have a new monument that's going to augment the existing one there. So we're putting together a program, and again, I'll be updating people on different things of that and what's going to be happening. And we just hope that all the people will come out and honor all the people that lost their lives in that event. So other than that, that's about it.
Thank you, Alderman, appreciate it. Alderman Lewandowski, license permits and franchises.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report this evening, but I would like to also relay a message about our Public Works Department, echoing Alderman Key's sentiments about beyond them showing up when we have tremendous storm damage or rain or events. I got a message from someone who does not live in our town, but thought that she needed to say something about the work our Public Works do for our city. So if you bear with me a moment. I have to commend your city, street, and sand workers, Public Works workers. My studio has windows facing Harlem, so I have no choice but to stare out while I am killing my hips with squats and lunges. Anyway, these guys, despite the heat, were out there power washing and scrubbing the parking lot across the street like it was their own homes. They really worked it out, not just wet it down and move on. Not sure who they were exactly, but you could tell they had great work ethic and took great pride in their jobs. So that's our Public Works Department.
All right, thank you very much. That's good to hear. All right, Alderman Brennan, water and sewer?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I got a couple items. I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to Aries Incorporated for the replacement of a 10-inch sewer at the former Trinity Christian College in the amount of $25,086.41.
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman McKee. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to National Power Rotting Corp. for the grout and sealant of a manhole on Carmichael Drive in the amount of $5,932.
Moved by Alderman Brennan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion, roll call.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes. Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to Aries Incorporated for repairing a 12-inch water main located at 7737 Golf Drive in the amount of $17,370.39.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Any discussion, roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve final payment to Furpel Construction for the 131st Street Water Main Project in the amount of $58,863.61.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Any discussion, roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance declaring a 2016 Ford Transit van with the VIN stated is as surplus to be sold on iBid.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve proposal for professional engineering services with Strand Associates Incorporated, providing design engineering services for the 80th Avenue Pump Stations modification, not to exceed the amount of $48,000.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
And finally, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to execute an easement agreement between the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District and the city of Palos Heights necessary for the Culvers development.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Any discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Begley.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
And that concludes our report.
Thank you, Alderman. Appreciate it. Business and Economic Development, Alderman Key?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to make a comment, say thank you to the businesses, especially along our business district that contributed some decorations for our parade and for the event for 4th of July. They did a beautiful job, and just want to say thank you.
Great.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Cable TV, Alderman Scully?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just one note to ask you, the folks to take a look at a brief program regarding Chesterfield Design, one of our great businesses in town that I've used over the years. Great design services and a nice little gift shop in there if you need something in a hurry.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Any old business, anyone in?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I have a question. Could you bring us up to speed maybe, or a brief overview on, that Build Illinois that the governor's trying to, control the zoning for all these cities in the state? And I've been reading over the last couple of weeks that they're not, it didn't get brought up in the state legislature before it adjourned because there was getting some pushback. But obviously, they said that, he's up for re-election and they said he's going to bring it up again and he's like hell-bent on getting this approved. And I know that you said, and you're part of the Southwest Suburban Mayor's Executive Group, you guys are fighting it, and but from what I've been reading, and I've been talking to some people I know that also live in are part of Springfield, they're saying that they really want to get this done, which is really going to, affect the zoning of of every community in the state where he would pretty much control it. And I don't know what else we could do, but I mean, getting a petition for 1 million people or something, but it doesn't sound like it's going to go away.
It's not going to go away. There's going to be, it'll come back up probably in the fall. There's been some talk about changing a lot of it, going forward with some compromises and the like. So until we actually see a bill that's represented, we can't get along. But I have to say, in the years that I've been in office, I don't think I've seen as much public outcry, and whether it be from individual residents or actually elected, aldermen such as yourself, who have made communications to their elected officials against it. So there's a lot of non-support out there. So, but again, it'll come up. I would venture to say it'll come up in the fall session.
Okay.
So, right. Any other old business? Citizens wishing to ask any questions? Any new business? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
All in favor?
Aye.
Just the average soldier, nothing better.